It's time to kill the werewolves.
Yay.
Were you hosting, Lore?
Yeah. Waiting. Should be up now. Yep.
All right.
Thanks, sir. Now, who remembers where we left off?
Well, we actually just finished an encounter.
Yes. And we're probably right about to start another one.
Last time?
Yeah.
Last time on Star Trek.
Wait, what? Are we on the
was night shift.
It's actually okay. Real quick, I've heard a friend in real life actually make a serious argument. He wanted to connect all the different campaigns we were playing by basically having an umbrella campaign, which was Star Trek characters on the holodeck.
Okay.
And so all the other campaigns were all us doing, whatever on the holodeck. And it was actually a really cool idea. And we connect like Mech Warrior, D&D. This is 3rd edition, obviously. And there was a what do you call it? The vampire werewolf one. I can't think of the name of it.
World of Darkness.
Yeah, and it just kind of connected them all. The funnest part was trying to figure out, okay, I'm this character here and this character here, so who am I playing that would play both of these characters? And we actually just sat around the table, trying to figure out which Star Trek characters we would be, who would play these characters on the holodeck. And
nice.
It was pretty cool.
That all seems plausible.
I'm not a geek, I swear.
Yeah, clearly.
No more than any of us. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Oh, let me do promotions just in case. You get a promotion, and you get a promotion.
Yay.
Everybody look under your chair.
Oh my god. What's this?
Shiny.
That's a
bad guys.
promotion.
There's a couple updates for Tabletop Simulator. Did I see it correctly that they might be utilizing Vulkan in the Vulkan API at some point in time, which seemed ludicrous for a game like this?
Thank you for that subscription, Brigwin. I
mean, not that it's like
a
heavily graphically intensive game, or at least not that I've seen. I don't know. I've only played like a couple of different variations in this system, but it seems like overkill.
There we go. Yes.
All right. Yes,
Shiny.
yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
Bad guys.
No wonder my viewers have to go through this every time they sub to me. God, what a pain.
What would you like to put
Twitch.
that towards, sir?
Well, the first thing, I'd like to put it towards getting a random 20 tonight. At a point I don't get to decide.
Oh, that'll be fun.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Just a 20, anyway.
Yeah. Enemies damage to you. Oh, that seems mean.
I climb this rope. You get a natural 20. Good job. No.
I like grab it with my toenails, my toes, all the way up.
All right. Last time, you had just finished fighting your way through a gauntlet of animated stone statues.
Right.
Yes. And now we're about to definitely not fight anymore. I found the thing, guys. I found the evil idol thing.
Oh, yeah.
You're currently on a mission from from Sling and Stone.
Listen, all I'm saying is Bahamut told me to absorb all this demonic energy, okay? He's cool. We're cool. Cool.
Yeah, and that's basically where we had left off. Mark had seen a figure of a deep gnome over here that he took specific interest in. That is currently turned to stone, had a gem in its hand. He concluded it was probably some type of priest or acolyte just based on the vestments it was wearing. You had pushed back the red cloud that had been inhabiting these animated statues back to the what looks like obsidian obelisk back here. Whoops, I pressed the wrong button. Back here. And is currently now swarming around it. You saw what looked like some recent activity in the hovel over here, where there were some drow-esque type furnishings and banners and whatnot around the outside of the entryway. And everybody is still alive in your party.
The moment.
A few of them are a little worse for wear.
For record, I am at less than half health at the moment. Given an idea, I kind of wish there was a thing. I wonder if we could do that in game.
What's that?
Health bars. I remember seeing an option for that. I don't remember how they did it in tabletop.
I mean, aside from just going to the description and editing it,
I guess I could just do that. That's not a terrible idea. But so if you mouse over, you can see my health there. But not what I was thinking. Whatever. We can do it later.
Okay.
So
that's
I
where we
immediately
left off,
charge
just coming out
forward
of
and die.
combat. All right, you charge forward and die.
Perfect. I come back as a demi-lich.
Oh no,
my
you
guy-
succeeded at dying with a natural 20, so
That's
it's
no.
That
There's
escalated
that
well.
20. Damn it. For real though, I'm kind of holding steady here because I'm terrified. Oh wait, actually, there's still drow statues, right? The circles.
yes.
Smashy.
Okay.
I'm just gonna methodically be pushing through them, smashing them. Let me know
There
if anything
is-
happens as I smash them.
Dust and stone and stuff. I mean, you're going to have to go through this entire room to get the various ones.
Well, they're kind of recovering or whatever they're doing, so I figure I have a little bit of time. But yeah, I'm just.
Yeah. It's going to take you a few minutes.
Okay, so I'm spending the next few minutes doing that.
While you're, and before you do all that running around, if we're out of combat, I'd like to mosey on over and tag you with a healing spell.
Be much obliged, sir.
Before you go off and
It's fun.
solo this entire Dark Souls area.
Oh god. It's okay. Roll.
Yeah, just constant
Roll.
rolling. Stamina
Just
depleting.
nonstop
Yeah.
the whole way through. Yep.
Your entourage follows you to protect you.
Alrighty.
There we are.
All right. D8 plus 3. You get 5 points back.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I'm literally at half health now. After that,
Hey.
better than where I was. Thank you.
Mhm.
I'm gonna leave the game briefly. Don't worry, I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. So
Uh,
you have this area here. It looks like it branches off. Oh, there's one thing I forgot to mention that we had brought up last time. And Mark, you had seen this. It looked like there was a trail going from a block of rubble over in the north to the hovel here, like a very fresh trail. Actually, I'm gonna move Mark a little bit just so this gets revealed. There we go. Because you'd be able to eventually see this. Yep. Yeah, so it looks like there was a collapse or a blockade of some sort here, which part of it has been cleared to offer a passageway for maybe an individual or two, and there's a blockage up here which is currently stopping the way. And then more drow statues are being destroyed.
I'm seeing if I can save this and then drag it over to the game.
Okay.
Liam, how's your health?
I'm nearly full.
Okay. My rat guard, my elite rat guard, are they?
Mhm.
Wait, they can still heal pretty quickly on their own, if I remember correctly. They have not quite Wolverine healing factor, but they're pretty resilient.
Yeah, they seem to be pretty good. They actually didn't take really much damage at all coming through the gauntlet. It was
Okay.
pretty well controlled, to be honest.
So how are Ront and Turvy doing?
Ront is
missing an arm. Oh God!
I seem to remember Ront took a bunch of damage.
Ront's dead. That's right.
What? No.
I am. Yeah, hold on. Looking for his HPs.
It's working. Check it out.
Oh, Ront's down. He's down 12 out of 15.
Look, you can see my HP.
Oh, you can.
Okay,
Where'd
so you
grab
see this thing down here? If you drag your figurine onto it and then drag it off and then give it a sec for the script to happen, then you edit the description and the two numbers are your current and your max.
Do I need to push a button? Oh.
Nope, it's just like it seems like a thrown together script, but it seems to be working.
Oh, I see. It disappears when you pick up the dude.
It should, yeah. The only downside is that, that's going to get a little crowded in there, but I just thought it was a neat idea.
Yeah, maybe PCs only.
Yeah.
Like, I guess it's
or like NPCs and maybe like a boss. So we'll know it's a boss if a health bar shows up. Except we're not supposed to know enemy health, so never mind.
Mine's not updating for some reason. Oh well, we'll mess with this later.
Anyways, yeah. So
cool.
I'm punching statues.
Oh, and I'm off in a brick wall for some reason. Bring it back.
Oh, there it goes. Maybe. No.
My ATB meter is almost full. I'll be able to attack soon.
Yep, so you're punching statues down. I mean, there's probably about 15 or so in here you're going to have to go through, so punch, rush. Topsy says as she's looking around here, I'm guessing this is some remnants of the last time Drow invaded. And she points at a couple of the other statues and says, well, that's some of the defenders for sure. Is there anything you can do about this?
Yeah, sure.
No. Bit extreme.
Or are they stuck this way, or are they just gone? Like, I don't know how this works.
Depends on how they were turned. Let's see. I'm gonna roll knowledge. Not knowledge. I'm gonna roll. Religion's not gonna. I mean, is there a lot of turning to stone in religion?
I mean, there's a lot of being stoned in religion.
Don't think that.
No, this would be more of either either a medicine or an arcana.
I'll try medicine. Why not?
Also, hello, Lead Fiend. Hello, Tazara. Good to see you guys.
That would be 22.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, from what you know of being stoned, magically, not the other type.
Right.
Or the other cut.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of it is going to depend on the source, but generally it is reversible in some way.
Okay.
Magic restorations are, of course, the end-all be-all for these. That'll fix it pretty much no matter what. But there's some other things you can do, like, for example, for some basilisk species, you can mix up a paste using their blood and then smear it all over them, things like that. These, okay. you kind of have to figure out what the source is to know for sure, but whoops.
Chances are it probably has something to do with this, is my guess. Also, since Topsy, since you know about the previous invasion, do you know if the Drow came through by way of like main gate, or did they find a back passageway into Blingingstone? And if it was a back passage, was that ever discovered and perhaps blocked off, or is it still technically a path that's open to anyone and the drow?
Well, I don't really know specifics. I know they came in through a bunch of hidden passages and the front gate. It was really just an overwhelming amount of them.
Okay.
Whether or not those got sealed up, I would assume so, but that was, I mean, honestly, a little bit before my time. But yeah, I mean, this is, the rock fight here has not really been traveled through since then, or even before then, as far as I know. So it would make sense if they came through here.
So I guess I'll see about assisting Mark in finishing. You're only destroying the drow statues currently,
Yes.
right? Okay,
Yes.
great.
To be clear, I'm not screwing around to side. I'm just trying to.
Okay. So yeah, I'll go assist with that, and then
it's cathartic,
Okay.
isn't it?
it seems kind of like more of a utility that's necessary.
Yeah, Ront will go over and help. He mainly just pushes them down, breaking them off at the ankles and just jumping on them.
Oh, I also am devoting all of this work to Bahamut, by the way. Like, once we're done, I'm going to take a moment, just, oh, Bahamut, the leader of war and goodness, this is in your name. Please don't forsake me, because I'm,
Please
Listen.
forgive me straying completely from the path.
I'm not straying. I'm trying to help people here, right?
What happens when divine intervention is an intervention?
Well,
Just throwing that out there, because if you take yourself down this path, this seems like
it's fine. It's fine, honestly.
Bahamut sits you down and opens up a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, it's like,
you see,
let's talk.
one of the things, your quarterly demon
there it is.
possessions are a little higher than they should be. I'm a little concerned.
According to these
T for
TPS
T
reports.
ratio. Yes, there you go. Oh my gosh.
Do you want a safety briefing? Because this is how you get a safety briefing.
Yes. Right. Someone made an accident. Now they got to sit through a PowerPoint.
All right.
Damn it. Also, while this is going on, at some point in time, I do want to walk up to the centralized gnome that's stuck and kind of inspect him, and then
centralized gnome.
It's a status effect.
It's part of the PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
Your centralized gnome effect is.
That's where I was headed as well.
Centralized gnome. He was a good man.
How do you reboot your centralized gnome?
Okay, yeah. He looks. I mean, he looks the same as where Mark described me. Really hasn't changed any, surprisingly enough. But you recognize, just being someone of the cloth yourself, you recognize pretty quickly priestly garments, and you've actually seen a style of these before since you've been hanging around the priests in the temple back in the main part, much more than anyone else.
Okay.
He is holding up a crystal in front of him, almost looking through it at the obelisk, and then everything else aside from that is pretty much just turned to stone.
Okay.
He seemed to be concentrating just with one eye open.
So I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder, which is probably not going to be shoulder height. It's probably going to be like waist height.
Yeah.
Close my eyes and Kalimvor, can you guide me to the source of this evil? Help me free this cleric.
Oh.
Please tell me you don't start facing me. like there's the.
He says I have to kill him.
Everybody except you opens their mouth and goes.
I roll. Got half health too. You can bring me down right now.
Okay. All right, go ahead and then make a D100 roll.
Alrighty.
I just want you to know what I just heard is make a demon hunter roll.
Yeah, you have to roll to hit the demon hunter. Yeah.
It makes sense. It makes sense. I'm with it.
It's 14.
14. Okay. Cursed. No, I'm just kidding.
I knew it. You also turned to stone.
Okay. You just get a sense of uneasiness, not specifically from the stone, but of this general area. It doesn't really seem to point you in any particular direction.
Just a generalized feeling.
Yeah, just from this entire area.
Guys, I don't want to alarm you, but I think something bad happened here. Kelmvor's telling me something bad went down. No. Okay. So now that I'm in this area, do I see this trail?
Yeah, and this is more, I mean, I've drawn it out as a line, but this is more an obvious, somebody's been here very recently. Like there's over here, like the rubble is much, much fresher than the rubble that's pushed aside is much, much fresher. You know how like when you leave something that's collapsed for years and then eventually unearth it, it's pretty obvious. Dirt's a different color and everything. And then, almost like somebody else came through here and was exploring, because you see little scuff marks where the dirt and the rock has been disturbed, where they like went over here, looked around, a lot of stuff happening around the obelisk, like whoever was interested or was doing something with it or something, and then eventually it culminates in here, and it looks like you see something that a couple of you have done before, somebody stealthing, where they, the footsteps get very, very faint. They go along the side. There's some more faint ones as it eventually heads in. Someone who's taking their time and being cautious.
Okay. I guess I'll mosey on over to here and hold up Dawnbringer so I can see how far I can see into this area.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming this is an archway that goes downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to make sure I'm reading the topography correctly.
Yeah, it's very similar to the Deep Gnome homes and buildings you've seen before. So you're pretty familiar with the construction, the layout. So yeah, it goes down. You would expect to find probably a living area or some other room down there. The Deep Gnomes like to have, it seems, larger single rooms. They prefer studio apartments.
Yeah, it's probably good rent control down here.
Yeah. As far as you can see before it kind of curves upward and hits the floor, and you can see a bit of the floor. It very much gives the appearance of somebody that is currently living here. You see, it's pretty cleanly swept. There's not cobwebs and stuff everywhere. There is hanging on the walls as you go down what looks like some symbols, some heraldry. It's definitely, and no rule needed for this, definitely ground make. Probably a house symbol or something like that.
So a drow squatter. This will not do. Okay, I'm not gonna fully toss the place, but I do want to look around and see if, in addition to signs of it being used, like if it's been looks like it's been recently used.
Okay, yeah, I mean, this has definitely been recently used. Very, very recently. Okay, so you head down a little more, and now you can see a bit more of the floor, and you start to come into a much larger chamber. There are some spider-themed tapestries. There's some dark wood furniture in here. There are racks of clothing that are hanging up on various stands. Some of it's old and rotted, but some of it is very new, pristine, like it was made yesterday. And the uneasiness that you were sensing starts to get much more extreme as you start to head down here.
As a curiosity, are any of the rest of us feeling unease?
Not to the same extent.
Okay, am I feeling anything uneasy?
A bit, yes.
So I'm gonna halt and kind of backtrack my way back out.
Okay.
I sensing any demons?
No.
Is my
No
spider
demonic
sense
power
doing?
like before.
I mean, I feel like I asked that, but I wanted to verify.
Yeah, it's definitely not like the other times.
So something and/or a drow appears to be living in this particular dwelling. I don't know if they're there right now, but I got a really bad feeling about going in there. So,
You think he could be our evil mind that the orc friend was fighting against?
I wasn't fighting anyone.
okay.
Yeah, I in character, I just
Skip. Moving on. Okay.
Yeah. Moving on.
Okay. So okay. As much as I hate to suggest this, Liam, do you think we should set fire to this entire thing and see what comes out, or do we go and destroy the obelisk instead first?
I was gonna say, what's this instead?
We're gonna do both. I just was wondering which one do you want to start with.
Well, you guys are deciding that. I would like to stone shape a little bit, test this sucker. What is this?
Make me a stone cutting check. So your first instinct when you went into this place was obsidian, right? It's like almost spot on. As you get closer, you're like not completely sure about that.
So that's I think that's a 1.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I rolled a 19.
So as you look at this, you're like, this could almost be called like fool's obsidian in some way.
Yeah.
Because it looks almost exactly like it, but you're actually pretty sure this is metal.
What?
Metal. Some weird metal that you've not really encountered before.
Don't recommend punching it right yet.
That gives all of the signs of looking like obsidian, but you're like, no, I'm a dwarf and I know stone. It's not stone.
Yeah. I'm going to pull out like my little metal spoon from my pack.
Okay.
Do a quick rap to hear what it sounds like.
Okay. There's a tink like you're hitting metal on metal and it sounds hollow.
Way. Walk back. So are we burning or breaking first?
So I actually want to go back to this deep gnome. You said he... Yeah, whatever. You said he was looking through a gem or something?
That's correct.
Can I, without doing damage to the gnome, take the gem that he's looking through?
Potentially, yes.
Okay.
I smell a missing hand.
It would be a dexterity check.
Yeah.
You may have assistance, and if you have any other...
I was going to say, you want me to help out?
Can I look through it without taking it from him?
Yes.
I'm going to do that instead.
Okay.
I was expecting a shattered hand, but all right, we'll do this instead.
Yeah, it's not going to be exactly the same viewpoint as he has, obviously, but you can look through it.
Okay. I'm going to try that really quick.
Okay.
Right,
what are you looking
save.
at through it?
What was that, Laura?
I'm sorry, I just said roll will save because you remember in the Primus campaign, that was always the... You just did something dumb. Roll a will save.
Roll a perception check.
Oh, God, no.
No.
Yeah, that's on point. I don't see anything.
Yeah.
I want to see if I can see the obelisk. Obviously, I'm not going to have the same viewpoint, but can I see the obelisk through it?
Yeah, it's big enough that you can get it at least a bit in sight. Okay, so you look through it. It refracts things very, very strangely. Not this cut the same way you would expect the gem to, given its shape. But I mean, it's clear, but a little murky. And you see things, as far as you can tell, much in the same way that they are. But as you're looking through this, go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
21.
21? Okay. This gem is constructed in such a way as to store magical energy. You're looking at it, you're like, this is very interesting, a very interesting construction. You're kind of suspecting this may be some magical implement designed to store magical energy, almost in the same way that a scroll might. It's very unique, though.
But I'm not seeing anything unusual looking through it.
No. As a matter of fact, as you're sitting there looking at this gnome and thanks to that Arcana check, things beginning to click a little bit, and you're like, if I were to be focusing a spell or something, this is what I would be doing. Because he's looking at his target.
Okay.
Or potentially his target.
I'm going to take a closer look at the obelisk.
Okay.
Suspecting that the gnome had cast a spell targeting the obelisk, I'm thinking like an investigation check or arcane check to see if I can figure out what spell or
to see if there's any lingering effects or ongoing effects.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, for sure it'd be an Arcana check.
Okay.
And if you have detect magic or something, that would especially be helpful.
Nope. Ooh, that's 12.
12. Okay.
Yeah.
Aside from this being an obviously magical item, and I'm assuming, Mark, I don't know, Mark, have you shared what you know about this?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, definitely, since it's weird metal, which you've never seen this metal before at all. Yeah, I mean, you don't think there's any ongoing like spell-like effects that you would know about that you could see and detect with your senses right now. So it's either too hidden to even tell, or there's not currently one ongoing.
Okay.
But this is definitely a magical item of some sort that you get like straight away. As for what its effects are, not quite sure, not without an identifier or something else to give some indication.
What kind of expression does the gnome have on his face?
Rock solid determination.
Rock solid.
It is.
Really?
It is actually determination. Really? Yes.
Works well.
No. It's very. I'm focusing on something.
Okay.
Determined. And Rock goes over, picks him up, and smashes him. No. Why? He looked at me funny. He's not moving.
Stacks of determination.
Yep. Mark, Liam, I haven't gone up to look at the obelisk yet. Was there anything written on it? Any markings, or is it just shiny?
It's metal? Very, very shiny, very flat. None of the other. I mean, Mark and Liam, you didn't see any markings when you went up there. I mean, despite the fact that it has it on the map, this was probably done before that was actually written.
That's why I didn't want to assume.
Yeah.
Dawnberger, would you be able to sense anything from it? Like, whether it's evil or any sort of power from it? Or is it something that would have to be from the plane of, I'm assuming you're from the plane of light, essentially, as a radiant weapon?
Because I know not which plane I am from. I assume the material plane, since that is where I was created, but Evil is surrounding this place, but if you get me closer, perhaps I might be able to focus my senses more.
All right, let's find out.
And the sword blows apart as you get closer.
Shazam!
No, the sword wavers a little bit and flickers a bit, and she tells you that I do sense something strange, not like the demons, the demonic energy that we have been fighting and traveling with, but there's definitely something incredibly wrong, very, she pauses, not evil, but incorrect.
Incorrect. All right.
I don't know quite how to describe it. I don't like it, though.
That makes sense. All right, then. Well, is the red mist still hovering around it?
Yes, it is.
So what if, totally speculating here, what if this obelisk is a control node for the whoever's controlling the red mist, and it's being projected through the obelisk to control the mist, since the obelisk doesn't appear to be sentient or overtly hostile? I don't know. What do you guys think?
Whoever it is, we'll find them and strike them down.
Oh, that's a given, yeah.
I feel like we're dealing with several things simultaneously. I'm going to say that out loud. I feel like there's multiple players on the board here, and I'm still trying to figure out which one's which.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've got a sneaking suspicion with how evil it feels to go into the dwelling over here, that may be the Gorgon warning that we got from the elemental. I need to roll for a lore check for Gorgons to know what they might be weak to, or
that's actually a good question.
Sure. I mean, now I will say, as inhabitants of the Forgotten Realms, basic knowledge about Gorgons is a given.
Stone.
Yes.
Yes.
This is like, I know trolls are weak to fire? Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it's good to know. This is good info.
Your parents definitely taught you that.
Okay. So we need to get a large mirror that we can wheel in.
There are definitely other things that you could potentially know. And that would be either a nature or an arcana check for different things.
Well, they're both 0 for me, so I'll roll.
Ditto.
I'll roll nature.
I'll do arcana then, because I'm the best at arcana in this group.
Really?
Suddenly, Mark dies, bursts from the flame.
That's really
20.
odd.
It's that 20. I rolled crap anyways. I was actually going to go with nature, because that way I figured we have 2 natures.
I rolled 2.
Crap. I got 9.
Yeah.
9.
I got a 25 on arcana.
Yeah, he might know a little something about it.
I walk up. Okay, real quick, side story. Give me a second. Guido, you know that I know World of Warcraft very well, right?
Just a bit.
Yeah. So one night I was at work, and I was actually playing WoW and I was very good at the game back then, too. I was actually in one of the top guilds of my server. As a hunter, I was the hunter lead for the entire class, and for our whole guild, I mean. So, guy comes in, he's like, "Hey, playing a hunter, right? Yep. You know, you got to feed your pet, keep it happy. The worst part is you got to make sure you have plenty of ammo too. If you don't have ammo, you know, it's very important." And he just started sharing tips on how to play a hunter that would be useful if I was level 1 and had never played the game. So, you know, Mark walks over. You know.
Oh, here we go.
I hear that spell levels are a thing you use to cast spells. Black Temple, Bragwin. Give you an idea.
put my wait, you're a dwarf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like way down there for you.
Pat your head. Aye. Thank you, lad.
Happy to help. Happy to help.
I'll be over in the corner drooling since I'm going to be no help.
All right, so Liam, what you know? So Medusa are magically created, generally as a result of a curse, a magical curse of some sort, which a lot of times will come from a cursed item, or occasionally it's personally done by a creature, although that's almost unheard of. That stuff is like old magic, so it's normally preserved in items. Not really reversible magically as far as you know. There's not really, I mean, when I say reversible, I mean like turning the person back from a Gorgon into a...
Basically, you'd need a wish spell.
Yeah, a wish would probably be the only way you know of that could potentially happen.
Yeah.
It also, the curse also has the effect of corrupting the mind most of the time, as driving them local, as a lot of magical curses do. They'll likely not be in a good state when you meet them. They also gain an innate sense of like vanity, preferring to surround themselves with beautiful things and make themselves look beautiful. You also do know that the magical nature of the creature does work on itself. Let me see any other magical stuff you could learn about this. Obviously, not much explanation needed about the petrification. It's a quote unquote benefit of the curse to have that they can turn people to stone magically. And it is dependent on you looking at them, not the other way around. Some very powerful Medusa are known to be able to control snakes in a regional area. Although, I mean, we haven't seen a snake down here, so maybe they just did not luck out. No real known magical resistances or weaknesses. Not really. Not any more than a normal, humanoid creature would really have. Although for spells purposes, and it's important, they're not counted as humanoids. They're counted as monstrosities for your spells. Things like hold person and whatnot will not work on them. The curse also generally gives them a sense of dark vision as well, if they didn't have it already. Yep, I think magically that is about all you know about them.
So, and when it dies, do any creatures that have been affected by its gaze revert?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so, but I had to ask. Prestidigitation.
Mm-hmm.
You create a non-magical trinket or illusory image that can fit in your hand. Can I make a mirror?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Non-magical trinket. It'll be a fragile mirror, but yes.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, you don't have that limitate. That's okay. Until the end of your next turn. Okay, I'm sorry. I was thinking of a different one. So it's not fragile. It's just short lasting.
Right. However, I also have the Conjuration School, which gives me something.
Yeah, I think that's the one I was thinking of, where you can make things that last a lot longer. They're just fragile. Fragile.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yep, that's what it is. Minor conjuration. Lasts for an hour, or if it takes or deals any damage.
Object
It's
can be
visibly
no.
magical.
Here we go. The object can be no larger than 3 feet on a side and weigh no more than 10 pounds, and its form must be that of a non-magical object that you have seen. The object is visibly magical, radiating dim light out to 5 feet. Object disappears after 1 hour.
I would definitely say, being of the background you come from, you would probably have seen a hand mirror before.
Well, it could be a bigger mirror, up to 3 feet on a side.
That's true. Actually, that is pretty big. Like a vanity mirror. Almost.
Yeah.
The one your mother used to use to powder her nose in the morning.
Yeah. Well, I don't recommend going after a Gorgon, but if we have to, I have some tricks up my sleeve.
Okay. What if we set up at the entrance to the dwelling and then try and funnel it towards this point, and we set up to either side to try and ambush?
Be 100% clear. This is her lair, right?
That's the one.
Presumably.
As far as you know, yes.
Sorry. Let me
allegedly.
That's the one you went
Allegedly.
down in, and it was all wooga wooga, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that idea. Can anyone here sneak better than I can? I turn to the warrior.
Yeah. As a cleric, we've been successful thieves.
I know that you're a thief by trade, sir. But what I meant was sneaking.
One of the whereat says, "Don't you think that's kind of racist?"
But
yes. But yes.
Okay. Hey, what do you know? All right. Do me a favor. Come sneak with me, good sir. And I want to sneak in and scout, basically.
Oh, they all look at.
I'm going without him.
Yeah, look at Tass and they're like,
Good roll.
one of us will stay here.
No, I don't need all of you. Just like,
Then two of us will stay here.
someone to back me up here. So where's my sneak? I actually have sneak. There it is. Oh yeah.
You want me to go too?
Ron, you need to stay here and help guard the entrance.
All right.
Oh God.
So third, would you like to ask what my stealth roll is?
What is your stealth
25.
roll? Okay.
Okay, Batman.
I rolled extremely well, and I have ranks in that, and I have high dex, so.
And your whereat buddy does have ranks in stealth as well.
In a roll of 1.
He did not.
Oh, thank God, because that would have been funny and horrible.
Yeah.
Not nearly as
I would
good
have had to
as a
stay in
25.
stealth while he gets turned to stone, and I'm just sitting there like, awkward, because I convinced him to come down here, Sorry, I got your buddy permanently killed.
No, he rolled a 16.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
Okay. So he sneaks along the other side to give you room on there, and then you just kind of go down in tandem.
Gosh.
And you go down and you start seeing the same things that Taston described to you: the adornments, the spider tapestries, the dark wood furniture, the clothing. Now, if I recall correctly, you speak Elvish, right? Speak and read Elvish.
Yes. Double
Okay.
check my character. Yep. Common, Dwarven, Elven. The basics.
All right. Yeah. So you start going down there. You see the obvious Drow house symbols, and they have some Elven writing around them. And
this house sucks.
Yes, that's the House of Suck. That is our proud house. No, the writing on the banners that show the house symbol say Deskrin.
Okay, I actually do know about that house.
Mm-hmm. What do you know about that house?
That Sereth is not in it.
Did you ever figure out what house he was from?
No, but I did figure. I was starting to process elimination.
All right.
He's not in Mizram, and I know he's not in Deskrin. And what's her face? The evil twin who enslaved us was from Mizram. That's actually about all I got. But whatever.
Do you want to make a history check and see what you know about this house?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
And thank you for that, Hoster Mazda. Appreciate that.
Totally. 7.
7. All right. You know nothing about this house.
Wait, no. I actually do have ranks in history. I forgot about that. That's a 9.
All right. You know slightly more than nothing about this house. I mean, it's you. I'll get you this. Wait. You recognize the house, which means it's probably prominent.
Okay, thank you. That is
it's
something.
Like, I've heard that one before.
I turned to my wonderful, definitely not a wolf or a rat companion. I'm not ratsist, okay? Like some of my best friends are rats.
Oh boy.
And
turn around, he's gnawing on your leg.
I now have actually, would I get it with all my demon stuff going on?
You want to find out?
Not really. What I do want to do is ask him, heard a house Deskrin, like really quiet.
Ooh.
Because
question is, how old is he? That's actually the question.
Yeah. Kind of a gamble here.
He shrinks up his face like you've just said a bad word.
Oh boy.
He says, one of the invading houses.
Sure.
Until Baranzan years ago.
Oh, gotcha.
I wasn't there, but I know that name.
Buddies. I have to call here. Do me a favor, sneak back. Tell them we've got, tell them what we found. House Deskrin, evil drow. I'm going to stay in here and try and spot. And if nobody comes in after a few minutes, I'll come back out and assume you guys decided not to back me up.
Now you still have further you can go down here, Taston, and you didn't go all the way down into the
No, yeah, I'm going further. That's the idea. Okay. I want him to go back now. I'm going to go further in now and scout more and probably get killed.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, he the other one that comes out starts whispering in, I almost said deep gnome, in Undercommon to the other were-rats over there. And you start going down further than anyone has been so far. All right. So
since I actually understand Undercommon.
Oh yes, he's pretty much just telling. I guess to get of it, is he telling them about the house? He seems to really be the only one who really knows amongst the three what that actually means.
Okay,
and he's catching them up basically.
Since I have ranks in history, could I roll to see if I know anything about this house?
Oh, sure. Perhaps Interview will join them.
What's a 14?
14. Okay. So you know a little bit about this place. Deskrin's main claim to fame was 2 things. First one is cruelty, which, given the drow, that's something. And the second one was they train the best armies in Menzoberranzan. And a warrior talisman.
Well, that's disturbing. I obviously say that out loud, but no context.
Yes. All right, so you go further down into this hovel, and as you get down to the floor, down at the bottom of the stairs, you see just a maze of various drow items. It's almost like somebody is just using this for a warehouse and living in it. Most of the things are very fine, or they were at one point in time, but have since rotted away. A lot of dresses, a lot of fine furniture, some tapestries from some other houses, although those are not displayed, they're just like sitting in piles. And this place is just cluttered, like it's almost like a pack rat's paradise down here. But in the center of a little chamber back here, it kind of narrows back, and a space is cleared out in the center of all this junk. There is a dark wood throne, and it looks a bit different than all the other stuff. Like it was not made somewhere else and taken here. Like it was made locally. It's very rough, but it's obvious what the person was trying to craft here. And sitting in it, eyes closed and arms crossed, almost like in like a meditation or prayer or something, there is a drow woman. And she has a very, very fine dress on, with all the spider motif around it that you would expect of the drow. And long white hair, although something that kind of is very noticeable about the hair is that it is moving unnaturally, like it's alive. But she seems to take no notice of you and continues her meditation or prayer, whatever she is doing.
Is there anything, I'm going to ask this kind of blanket wise, is there anything about this terrain that would be advantageous for like hacking or whatever?
There's a lot of places to hide in here.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm gonna find a nice little hidey hole, preferably closer to the entrance, because I don't know if they're gonna back me up good.
Yeah, but actually, just make me an investigation check. Listen.
Oh, sure.
Battlefield advantages check.
That's not bad. So that's going to be in. So that's a +0, but it's okay because that's still a 13.
13. Okay. Yeah, the main things that jump at you is a lot of places to hide. There are also places that traps could potentially be set, like pushing things over that are heavy, like furniture that are stacked up. Definitely flammable in here. Although you're not quite sure what some of the wood is for some of these things, so you don't know if it's treated or what. You're like, no idea.
Okay, so I assume he shared everything we know about the organs earlier, like with the group, Guido. Like you shared, like you did the Arcana roll, and it's like, here's what I know about Gorgons.
Yes.
All that.
Yeah, okay, that cool. Information I would have shared, absolutely.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get in position, and then I'm going to pull out a little bit of my belt waistcloth thing I've got, very, very quietly, very slowly, very quietly. I'm going to wrap it around my eyes. And then I'm just going to sit here and wait very, very quietly. Until I hear something or until a few minutes passed. I'm like, say, here-ish, maybe?
Okay.
And yeah, I'm in the hidey hole, got the bandana, or not the bandana, the blindfold. And I'm listening, like I'm actively listening right now. Very, very tense, by the way. Like I'm tense as hell.
Okay. It's very Very quiet. The exception of just the rustling as her hair moves back and forth.
So several minutes pass. Mark's been gone a while.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything yet.
Maybe we should
I mean, the rat came back, right? Like he shared the info, and I mean, rat. I don't want to be the kobold. No,
the kobold.
whatever.
They'll leave immediately.
How dare you, sir?
But the
You
gnome,
a kobold
okay?
or a gnome?
Oh, I thought Rot was at 12 of 15, not 3 of 15. Holy crap.
He's a little injured.
I'm standing here like a complete worthless
We should
player.
go in there and just bust everything up.
Before you do that, buddy, here. I'm gonna. Well, no, it's not.
You have like cantrip versions of heal, don't you?
I don't. I only have level. Like the best I have is level 1, and it's like cast cure wounds again, but it's not terribly effective.
Fortunately, heal cantrips do not exist.
I thought as a cleric, they got.
All I can do is keep him from dying.
Yeah,
like I can stabilize him as a cantrip. So, I mean, if we want, we could just send him in, let him burn up his 3 hit points, and then I can keep him from dying over and over again. We could just kind of keep letting him run at the wall. We'll keep that as plan
Dark
B.
Souls earlier, so
okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
We got the strat going. We're ready.
Every time Ront comes back at full health, but so does she.
Yeah. All right, I'll cure wounds for Ront.
While he's doing that, I'm going to conjure the mirror.
Okay.
And I will also
10
be back in just a moment.
10 points for Ront.
10 points for Ront. Okay. Well, thank you, Shaman.
Let me know when your arm's bent the wrong way like that again. That's no good.
It just does that sometimes.
Okay.
My arm's been healed so much, like the bone cracks whenever I ever do this.
That's not good either. Okay, we'll work on that later.
Means I'm a warrior.
Yes, you are quite the injury trophy case, my friend.
Look, I'm balancing on this health bar.
Wait. Does that mean we can all balance on each other's health bars and make into some sort of Voltron?
Yeah, Ron looks up and goes, ah!
Health bar, what's that?
My world. No.
Reminds you of the what was it? Too many cooks. All right. While Liam is away, I'm gonna step away for just like literally 1 second. Actually, maybe just a second.
He has to get more dice to roll the damage that we're going to be taking.
This is what's this.
Yeah.
You need to beat this in order to not be turned to stone.
Ah, jeez.
Okay. I got this. Do you really? No.
I'm at a disadvantage? Okay.
Okay. I'm looking forward to this.
Hooray.
Did I miss anything?
We're all gonna die.
Yeah, I think he went to go get more dice to roll how much damage we're going to take.
We are Mondo dead. Or cool. Maybe. Okay, so how much damage do we take there?
All of it. I had to go actually manufacture more dice in order to roll it.
To roll this. That's
to show you how much damage.
You're about to get wrecked in the face.
Yeah, Mark, I'm sorry. I did make an assumption. What is your perception modifier?
3.
Okay. Assumption was correct then. All right, carry on.
I'm just chilling, hanging out. 99 bottles of demon on the wall. 99 bottles of demon. You take one down, you eat it up.
Wait, what? No. What's wrong with you?
Take one down and gain unlimited power.
Yeah, exactly.
Unlimited power of wall on the wall. Wait.
Okay.
So I've got my mirror.
Yep. It glows faintly, magically.
I'll look over to Taston. I don't think we have much of a choice at this point.
So, how this is a fully functional mirror, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to use Dawnbringer to focus light through the mirror to act as a light down the passageway? See if we can see, like, if Merrick's visible. I guess it's probably not necessary since I'm the only one who doesn't have dark vision, so that's kind of waste for everyone else.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm just picturing I'm there perfectly hidden.
Yeah.
Perfectly.
And so we're just like spotlight.
Right there. He's right there. And I'm just
Are you okay down there?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I'm trying not to do that. Yeah.
What are you doing? No.
I mean, how wide is the entryway that we're standing at?
I mean, it's pretty much the same as you see on the map. There.
Okay.
It'd be like 2 by 2 going down.
I'm wondering if we don't want to set a trap instead.
Okay, well, we could do that, but how do we set a trap that doesn't trap Merrick, but traps whatever's in there? Do we want to rig, do we want to rig this upper area to collapse?
No, I've got the mirror.
So you want to set up in front to be ready to pop the mirror if
the Gorgon's down there,
right,
and we can draw it out, it's going to have to come up through this entryway.
Okay. So, right, that's why we want to set up maybe to the sides, or maybe also up at the top. To attack from the sides and above. Is it possible to climb up here?
Yeah, you can.
I have to look up a quote really quick.
I get Ron to take my place at the side here.
Oh.
All right, so Ron, you have to wait until somebody comes up the stairs to attack.
I've done ambushes before.
Okay, good.
Although sometimes I get the order confused. You attack and then wait for them to come up and then attack.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm. We always had this problems with the shoot first, ask questions later thing.
That's the line.
All right, and we're at we're sticking with you no matter what, so we're gonna go over here. Popsy will get into the position over here. Turby over here. This is gonna be a regular beatdown.
Hopefully. So what we could do is, since assuming Merrick's still in there, we could make noise out here and see if we can draw it out towards the mirror, and then maybe Merrick could attack it from behind or something.
Sense demonic approval from the
Is that like your demonic senses tingling?
The evil presence grew.
Yeah.
It's happy.
Hey.
I guess the question is, who's going to be the one to start it up? We made a lot of noise last time down here, and that didn't seem to disturb it.
Well, I would try, but then the swear rats would probably require themselves to go with me, which means that's 4 people going in.
I recommend fire.
Wait. Well, okay, that maybe, or I do have thaumaturgy.
Oh.
Let's see here. Manifest a minor wonder sign of spiritual power within range. Create one of the effects with the following effects within range. Your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute. I can yell real loud. Yeah.
No, it's just like,
House
thunderous announcement.
Sucks.
Cause flames to flicker, which doesn't help much. Cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute. Create an instantaneous sound at create an instantaneous sound that originates at a point of your choice within range, such as a rumble of thunder, a cry of a raven, or ominous whispers. That seems useful.
Right, literally create a noise at range.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll create a noise down at the ground level towards the entrance.
Okay. What noise are you creating?
And this, okay, Liam, this might work. In addition to creating the noise, I want to see if there's maybe a follow-up we can do. I'm going to say, hey, look at all this drow stuff. Let's burn it. And then you can set the drow tapestries and clothing on fire at a distance. Right?
Wait, say that one more time.
So I'm going to create a noise stating that like somebody's robbing the place or defaming the place and saying, hey, look at all this drow stuff. Let's burn it. And then you set it on fire.
Oh, well, okay.
Which I know you would plan to do anyway. I'm just like giving you motivation.
Looking in this initial room, do we see anything of value?
Yes.
Such as?
Just the fabrics, mainly. Some of the furniture may be valuable as well. The dresses are probably seen as they're very fine drow make. Probably could fetch, hundreds of gold to the right markets.
We're not getting into fashion. Just saying that right now.
That's a lot of crap to carry.
Yeah.
There's a lot of crap
to
carry.
Yeah, you want to move this person's apartment to go sell their stuff?
Basically, yeah. That's basically what that is. It's worth a lot of gold, but it's a pain.
Yeah.
It's like when you're moving to
company called Underdark Hall.
Nope.
This is why people leave their fridges.
Not worth it.
All right.
Since Mark hasn't come out yet, I suspect the worst.
You hear screaming.
I mean,
They're killing
That's the thing. We haven't heard
me.
anything.
They're killing me. It's so no.
I hate to say it, but you didn't tell us your plan of going in and waiting.
Well, no, you're absolutely right, and this is completely made up on the fly too. Because I actually had another plan to start off, and then I saw that she was right frickin' there, and it's like, okay, I'm not giving up this advantage and the fact that I rolled a 25. But even ignoring meta concerns, in character, I have successfully stealthed in here. I'm in an incredibly good ambush spot.
Absolutely.
So I'm just going to chill out, wait a while, see what you guys do, and then...
Do you have backstab?
No, I'm not a full...
Yeah. Yeah.
It's super handy.
Right.
That would be incredible right about now. All right, she walks by me. Backstab. I mean, Rogue Monk is mean, so yeah.
Reverse heart punch.
You like the assassin template?
Kalima.
Yeah, exactly. All checks out.
This time we did start the fire.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. So a sound rings out. What sound is this?
Just voices saying, "Oh, look at all this drow stuff. Let's burn it." Actually,
All right.
well, yeah, no, that we'll do it that way. It's
Okay.
odd because it's in common, which is dumb. It's going to sound like gobbledygook to a drow.
I'll find out. Okay, so you make the motions for the spell. You hear that voice just ring out. And meanwhile, Mark down there, you hear that. And the voice are you using your voice or just some random voice?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'll just use my voice.
Okay.
So I hear test.
Yeah, very, very loud. I mean, he normally does not speak this loud. And you see one of her eyes just flicker open.
I hate to interrupt you, but I'm still blindfolded.
Oh, that's true. You feel her eye flicker open. No, you hear.
I mean, if I hear anything, I'm listening.
Make a perception check.
I am very carefully listening. I have been this whole time. Oh, that's a good.
Would this be a disadvantage though?
That's a good question.
This is hearing only, so no.
Okay, 21.
21?
Yeah.
Okay, so you definitely hear movement from her as, somebody gives a start and is disturbed. You start to hear it's a very snake-like hissing coming from that area. And then you hear another person in the room moving.
Oh. In like, if I were to pinpoint relatively where the other sound is going.
On the other side of the room. Over here, like somebody gives like a slight, it's very slight. It's the scuff of a boot heel on the floor as somebody gives a start. Yes, that's about where.
Oh, that's terrifying. Does anything else happen?
Well, I think there's some fire happening now, right?
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. Ready for it. I'm ready. Strike me down.
Starting the fire sale.
Yeah. So basically, prestidigitation is all I need. I can start a fire with that. So.
Okay. So you light one of the tapestries on the wall on fire. One of the first things that are on there going down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to look for the rotted material first because that would most likely be more prone to catching fire quicker.
Yep. Okay. Fair enough. So one of the dresses then that's been rotting away, that's laying across one of the racks near the bottom of the stairs, that lights up, and it burns kind of like, it starts burning in a weird way, almost like you would expect a spider web to burn, but it's still obviously fabric. And Mark, you hear a gasp coming from the area where the organ is, and her obviously getting to her feet and moving very quickly over towards the entrance. You start to smell the scent of burning.
Now hold up. So if I have positioned this correctly as it was intended, you should basically going by me.
Correct.
Okay. Do I want to spring there or not? Where's the? I can't tell.
It's coming from the entrance, but like its precise location.
Yeah, I don't actually know exactly where the fire is. Viewers at home, how stupid should I be? Donate to Guido right now.
Vote now.
Vote.
Everybody has one action they can do before we roll initiative.
I'm going to let you guys decide first because I am going to be thinking about this.
So I was going to do one other prestidigitation, puff of wind to carry the smoke into that, or farther down the chamber, because I don't know how it's laid out. So
yeah, it's a mess, but I mean that'll help it spread faster and smoke it out.
Yep.
So we're gonna do this. I feel like every time there's a battle, I have to draw a fire on the map.
It's so weird.
I mean, if you got a thing going, you got a gimmick, right? Or a calling card, you know? You got to stay on brand. Fire brand.
Yeah.
In this case. Oh my God.
Thank you, Platty. I appreciate that.
All right. So that's reaction. Make more fire. Make fire worse.
I think I know what I'm doing, but.
I mean, if I have visibility in there, I can try and help. Well, it's not actually fire, so that doesn't do anything. Sacred Flame is not going to burn anything.
No.
I can do radiant damage to the furniture, and I don't know what that means. So, yeah,
it gets sun bleached. Oh, no.
Gets all the stains out. No, I'll just ready to attack as soon as I see something non-Merrick come out.
Okay. Yep. Ront gets into position. Topsy get into position. Turvy casts the spell, and you see his form begin to blur, shifting and wavering to be hard to observe.
That's clever.
Okay.
But he's casting.
I'm gonna cast Aid since we're not in combat yet.
Yeah, I got disconnected too. Did everyone else?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Nope.
Oh yeah,
I'm still there.
I see two of you trying to connect again. I got disconnected from the lobby.
Yep. No, it's hitting the whole thing.
No, we have to fight.
Fight before combat.
Of course, I'm hopeful that the autosave works.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we haven't really moved too many things in the
last... Oh, everybody in global chat is saying they got booted.
Yep. No, it's a universe.
I'm going to try to recreate real quick.
Well, while you're hosting...
You set the world on fire. How could you?
I didn't.
I wafted fire into the server room.
So, would you like to know my action while you're trying to load that?
Sure.
I'm going to go ahead and basically, with in pure gameplay terms, I'm going to try and get a surprise combat round on her back.
Okay.
She's walking by. Like, I'm going to be completely still, very, very tense until she goes by, and then I'm just going to get fully unload into her as much as I possibly can with magic things. Still the blindfold, by the way, which means my hit is probably going to be crap, but I'm doing it.
Yeah, so here's the interesting thing. On the first attack, it's actually still just a wash because she's unaware of you, even though you're blind. So no disadvantage on the first.
Oh, nice. Oh, dude, awesome.
Now, after that, no, but
yeah, no, this is funny because I've actually got a key point, 4 key points, and I'm totally going to burn that to get 4, I think, strikes at this
point. All right, we are back up.
Yep, 4. I'm going to get 4 full strikes on her face here.
Come on.
Why is that not working?
And since we're starting this off, let's just have everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
I'll do twins.
Nice. That is a 17 for me.
Okay.
The ability to write that down. I'm still looking.
I'm writing it down. Yeah.
3.
I mean, we can't play D&D.
Solid initiative.
God.
Liam?
Oh, sorry. 8.
All right. Ront is going at a surprising 19. Where Rat's at a 16, Top Scene Trevi at a 13. And our special guest tonight, name currently unknown, will be going on a 14.
Yeah, I'm going to say do the same.
All right. And our mystery character.
Killed in the back by whoever that is, I'll tell you what.
So it's always interesting when you have two people in the same room who cannot see each other but have high enough stealth that they can't, they're not being noticed. So they have no idea the other one's there.
Yeah, it's just, okay, I totally got this. Wait a second. The miss here.
I got disconnected from lobby again. I think we're just having general issues.
Okay, so I have my character sheet. Do you have her health somewhere outside the game?
Yeah, I mean, I don't actually need us to really run it. Just better for the stream.
So 4 swings here.
Yep. So yeah, she goes by. You can hear the hissing. You smell some weird fragrance.
What the hell is that? Is that Axe?
Yes, it is.
God, I hate Axe. I actually legitimately don't like Axe body spray in real life. So
no, it is actually. I mean, it is nice. It's expensive.
Ooh. The punch turns into a loving caress.
I took a turn.
Wow. You rushed down, it's on fire, like, oh, never mind, we'll come back later.
Never mind, I'm cool. No, okay, so swing 1.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take it. So that's going to be a 19.
A 19 hits, you feel impact.
That's going to be an 18.
Another impact.
That's going to be a 20-something.
Another one.
And that might not be a hit. That's going to be 13.
Yep, it's whack, 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 and then you brush aside a box as the person dodges out of the way for the very last one. But I mean, you hear the oof, oof, oof of hitting someone in just the right spot.
I don't actually, let me put in the key. I don't actually have any D6s on me.
Okay.
So I need
want
3d6
to roll them? Or you
plus 3d6 plus 9 is the total.
Okay. I don't ask me to roll stuff again. 6, a 6, and a 4 plus 9.
So it's
25?
25, yep.
Yep. Okay.
Bam.
Very solid hits.
Boom.
Right in the back too.
Yeah. You definitely knocked the wind out. And those of you who are upstairs, you hear combat starting. You hear the whack, 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 and somebody obviously getting punched.
If you'll forgive me, there were 3 whacks. Thank you very much.
Sorry, whack, whack, whack. Shoot. Let me see if I can load this real quick before it goes down again, just so
That's
I can
a
get
good
initiative.
idea. Yeah. I just load it locally. It's still not letting me in. I assume they're just having issues as per usual. Sing your praises, tabletop, and then this happens. Although, in fairness, from what I've been reading, they were like utterly 100% unprepared for the level of people who've been using it in the wake of the standalone stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like they've been fine until this hit, and then it's just
I'm sure it's just wreaking havoc. Okay. Got it loaded. Let me snap this real quick. Oh, it didn't save the initiatives. No.
Mine was 17, I think. His was 3.
Mine's 3. Yeah, it's worthless.
The others.
Mine's 8.
Liam, sorry, yours was 8. Okay.
I think Rond had like 19. He was like super high.
Yeah,
up.
he was fast. I remember who had that one. Okay. Perfect. Got it. All right. So whack, 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 3x. Ront waits, and he's like, well, I was told to wait here, so that's what I'm going to do. Mark, you're actually up again. You are at disadvantage to attack now, since she's aware of your presence. You hear
fun, but...
snakes hissing and some cursing in Elvish.
What does she say? No, it's cuss words. I get it.
Yes.
Nothing of note. Damn. I still, because I doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm gonna go for a quad swing again. I'm just gonna burn another key. So I need to roll twice.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a 15 on the low end.
That does hit.
Okay. So that's gonna be a 17 or a 1. I think that one's the lowest one. A 19 or a 15. So that one's gonna. Yeah, that one's good. Yep. 3 and then 15. So I think 2 hits get through total, and one of them's a 1.
You bruise your hand on the box. Okay.
So 2d6 plus 6.
Okay, just average. 3 and 3. So you feel some more impacts. Definitely not staggering or wavering though. Like she was caught off guard, but you still feel that she's very much on her feet. Do you want to move at all?
I was actually just debating that. Let me just look at the grid here really quick. So what I'd like to know, given that
you know
the
general layout.
Yeah, it's true. I did get a chance to look around a bit. Is there something I can get behind, like just some debris or a pile of chests or clothes, something?
Yeah, I mean, you made an investigation. You know where to go next. So you can go there. Not to say that she's probably not going to be able to find you, but
yeah, no, I am going to go ahead and do that. If nothing else, it'll be something.
Okay. Do you want to go towards the entrance or further in?
Let's go towards the entrance for now, because I definitely don't know about that. I know I do know about the other person. I heard them.
Yes.
So yeah, that's definitely why I'm going to go towards the entrance. Yes.
Okay. You go towards the entrance. Get closer. You start to feel some heat. Something obviously got set on fire.
I immediately just kind of roll my eyes. Man, really?
That nobody can see.
Yep.
It worked, didn't it?
I mean, it's whatever. I understand. You got to stay on brand. I said this.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Turvey makes a decision. He jumps down and starts heading in. All blurry. So, Mark, you hear another creature, smaller creature, feet padding on the stone, come down here. Yeah, for those of you upstairs, he disappears down there, and you hear and Mark, you hear some fighting happening behind you, like somebody is trying to attack the Gorgon. And I need to bring up his stuff. All right. You hear some metal weapon on flash impacts. And more gas from the Gorgon. She's not having a good day.
I'll be right back again.
Topsy goes racing down after. And you hear more impacts happening. Wow. Okay. Ray Rats will stay up here with Taston. Because of course they will. So. Some more hissing of snakes that you can hear, Mark. You hear Topsy saying, watch out. Some weapons strike the floor as you hear some spell casting coming from the direction that you had left. And I need to make some saves. Okay. And that is all you hear. Meanwhile, back up at top, it's Liam's turn.
He casts Fireball.
Yeah.
Probably, but...
Set more fire.
Listen, there's only a couple ways this could go, all right? We all know.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that.
Yep, it is your turn, Liam.
I'm assuming the creature has not exited yet.
No, fighting seems to have started and is being contained down in the hovel. Topsy and Turvy, after hearing the fight happening down there, they jump down to just go in there. Rod is still waiting up there. But you heard sounds of combat happening down there once they dove down.
I'm going to set something else on fire.
Called it.
Okay.
Yep, he called it.
Well, I mean, I don't have a target.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'm assuming that these are things that are valuable to the Gorgon.
Undoubtedly.
And it is going to enrage and distract them and possibly give my companions an advantage.
So goodbye, dress number 2.
Yep.
All right. Like, at this point, like, everybody knows without even looking the incantation for prestidigitation. They just know something's being lit on fire. Okay, more burning starts to happen. And I'm tracking the burning just as it spreads. Right now, things around the entrance are burning, but we'll see what happens later. All right, and staying up there at the top of the stairs. All right. So you hear some more footsteps down there, Mark. The same boot heels that you heard before give a slight scuffing sound when the shouting happened. And it sounded like they're running towards the back of the room, away from you, actually. And yep. And then there's you hear a latch open up. Something get broken that's metal and wood. And then somebody's scrambling for something in the back. All right, Taston, Almighty 3.
I'm still holding my action until somebody comes back and comes up the entrance.
Okay. Ron is still there with his sword over his head saying, still waiting here, right?
For the moment,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right, Mark. It's your turn.
I'd have to make a weird judgment call now. Viewers at home, should I be stupid or stay the course, which is less stupid? I gotta wait. Now we wait for the Twitch delay to go through.
At least I've got it set to the no delay.
Oh yeah.
So
I actually can't do that myself because I have so many viewers and not all of them have good internet. So I just kind of live with the delay because if you set that up, it'll chop like crazy if you don't have good internet. Gladys says less stupid, and she's probably the one watching right now. That's a pity. All right. Well, I've been saving this. This is going to be interesting. I have one last demonic usage for the day, right?
I assume so.
So
whatever you say.
No, I'm lying and cheating to you. I am going to I-beam at her, basically.
Okay.
Through the blindfold.
Yeah.
No, that's less. I'm just gonna pull it up briefly and then pull it back down.
Okay.
Now the funny thing is that's a bonus action, but I'm still gonna do it first.
All right. Do you want me to tell you what you see when you lift the blindfold in I-beam?
No, I've changed my mind, Platty. I love you dearly, but I'm gonna be a little more stupid. I changed my mind.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn towards the other sound, and then do the exact same thing.
Okay.
So whoever's over there has to make a reflex save of whatever it is.
All right.
14? No. Actually 7. No, 16. It's 16 right now.
Okay. So you lift the blindfold.
It's 14.
Lift the blindfold and shoot the green flame.
Green flame.
There we go.
At the sound, just doing it in an instant, just so you can make sure you grab them, right? Grab them in the flame. Here's what you see briefly as the flames spring out. There is another drow that is currently looting a box behind the throne. This one is very, very familiar looking.
Okay.
The last time you saw her, she had been thrown into a portal down in Velkenvale that had been ripped open. She looks like she has been through hell and back, literally.
I was gonna say, funny you say that.
All clothing is all torn up, hair is wild and all over the place. Drow normally like to keep themselves a little, nice. That has just completely gone out the window.
Yeah.
And she's got that bug-eyed, crazy look on her face.
Oh God. Okay.
But she is currently lifting what looks like a small hand mirror out of the chest as he is enveloped in flame. It's a 14, right?
Yeah, it is 14.
I rolled 12. Okay. What is the damage?
D8. 8? No, that's not right. Hang on, I've got it on the web. Hang on. It's D8 plus something. I know that. I think it's D8 plus proficiency. Double check it. Bring away the demon hunter. Burning gaze. Blah 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 blah. No, it is just straight D8. There's no plus. How crap these I-beams are.
Is it not 2d8 at your level?
Nope, it's 2d8 at 6.
Oh, okay.
I'd love to do 2D. If you want to GM Fee at it because she's kind of distracted, I'm totally cool with another 1 to 8 damage there.
Well, it's 8 damage because I rolled an 8.
I'll take it.
And yeah, she takes it all, and it does not look comfortable, and she grits her teeth. You can tell she's trying so hard to remain quiet. Yes. But she looks back at you, and you probably have not gotten a more murderous look in your entire life. As she sees you, and she's like, "Why?"
As a, I'm gonna be such a dick. As a free action, I'm trying to think how I want to phrase this, but basically what I want to say is, how dare you take the mirror?
Do you want to say that?
Yeah. I want to call the Gorgon's attention to her.
We have like distractions happening at both ends of the spectrum now.
Just constant chaos.
Yeah.
She says that you are you putting the blindfold back down?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, no. I want to peek. I want to see how her reaction is to that.
Asher or the Gorgon?
No. Yes, I want to stare at the Gorgon.
Just checking.
Hmm.
No, I leave it, like my last action of my turn on the stack is going to be pulling the blindfold back.
Okay. No, Ash is just death, doom, death, murder, kill, death, doom, murder, kill. Not happy.
I'm not
All
evil. Right. I'm just trying to beat a Gorgon. Okay. So that's my turn.
Okay. There is a wailing sound that comes from the Gorgon.
Hold up.
Yes.
That's a bonus action.
That is a bonus action.
I turn around and swing 3 times at the Gorgon.
Okay, so you move back over to her and swing at her.
I just realized that literally is my bonus action. I'm an idiot. So hang on, back to disadvantage. That's gonna hit. That's not 3. That's gonna hit. And 15?
15 does hit.
Okay, so that's 3 hits. No, 2 hits. Sorry, 2 hits. I'm sorry. God, it's losing track here.
Okay, for a total of 10 damage.
Okay. Bam. And that's everything I got, so that I'm stuck.
Yeah, and the Gorgon's wailing, like she's in absolute distress at all these people who just come in and started burning and stealing her things all of a sudden.
I'm just saying.
Literally did nothing.
Chaos.
And then these murder hobos just ran in. And they're like, I'll set your dress on fire.
Yep. That'll show you.
And I'll steal your mirror.
That'll teach you for living here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. More things happen. So Topsy and Turvy start making some weird noises. They
weird how?
Well, weird like in. Let me see what I actually roll. Yeah, weird as in they're very confused about like what's happening. They start yelling in Undercommon, like very, very strangely. And those of you who can understand Undercommon, you hear them shouting about other Gorgon. There's more of one, and then one of them in here, and you hear sounds of striking, and the sound of an impact, and you hear Turvy yell out like it was he was just struck. All right. Next up, Were Rat's maintaining the test, and now I've got a decision. This Gorgon has a decision on which she values more. I have to admit it's heavily slanted towards that, but I'm going to make a roll.
Okay.
If it's high, I care about fire in my dresses. If it's low, I care about that mirror. I want that mirror.
Okay.
I rolled a 1. Sorry.
Oh God. Really?
So you hear her move away, Mark. And there is a scuffle. You hear a sword being drawn and some snakes hissing and snapping. And no longer can Asha hide her noise. She has definitely been struck. Ooh.
All right.
Pleasant. Not sound pleasant at all. You hear a body hit the floor. And
hopefully she's not dead.
And a tink before the mirror is obviously quickly scooped up before it can roll around much further. Okay.
I just realized I'm kind of soloing the Gorgon right now.
I'm distracting it for you.
No, I mean, no.
Liam,
that initial round was good. You know,
something. You hear another voice that is not any of your parties cry out down there as if it has been struck. The Gorgon wailing. The voice that cried out sounds pretty familiar. You remember it from one of the priestesses back in Velkenvale, screaming. Because you're actually the one who sent her to Corbin, aren't you? Yeah, you ripped it open.
Well, your wild magic did, I think.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah, it's that person.
Okay. Eh.
But there's still combat happening down there. You hear Turvey get hit by something as well.
Where is Turvey?
Sounds like down the stairs, out of sight at the moment.
Down in the
hovel.
In the hovel that is on fire.
That is catching on fire, yes.
Okay. Thank you for the host, by the way, Valley.
Yeah, and since you're the one who can understand Undercommon, you did hear them yell out about additional Gorgons down there that they were fighting.
I'm not a tank. I do not belong going down into this hovel. This is a bad idea.
Their assaults are always so much fun.
And I don't have a target, so...
I mean, Leroy Jenkins already ran in. I mean... He might not have chicken either.
I don't. It's true.
I was talking about Thompson Turvey, but...
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna catch something else on fire.
Okay. So at this point, the items got a good fire going now. Like the items, it's starting to spread pretty quickly, like uncontrollable fire at this point. Unless obviously you use your magic to help control it. So
right.
it's starting to spread. You can like actually start to feel some of the heat coming up from it now. Even up the stairs. Mark, like the temperature is definitely rising. You can tell more things are catching on fire. It's probably a little more than just a few dresses at this point. And there's more wailing down there. As you hear the Medusa wail, like, why? That furniture piece is over 300 years old.
It's not anymore.
Made of pristine Zirkwood.
I feel really bad for this lady, but she...
What kind of adventurers are you? You come to my house, you don't even loot it, you just set it on fire.
I mean, we're kind of. I mean, we still got a war going on actively while we're doing this. We are kind of in a hurry, lady.
All right.
Yeah, I feel bad, but
Testing. It's your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Aid.
Okay.
And I will choose Liam, Ronta, myself.
Okay.
To gain 5 hit points.
Sounds good.
Each of you gets 5 hit points.
are these temporary till the end, or
Yes,
is it an actual heal?
No, it's temporary.
Okay.
Well, aid actually. So aid is max and current. So, and this is just mainly for the purposes of temporary stacking. It does increase your current and your maximum by 5 or more, depending on whatever level you cast it at. So it actually boosts your maximum.
Okay.
You can technically heal people that are down, which is interesting. Just only once, obviously. Okay, and I've noted that on Ront's character sheet. All right, you know what? I'm upset. People are just destroying all my stuff. So I'm assuming you're done testing. You're
Yes.
moving down there.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to take a legendary action. Mark, you hear her move next to you.
I scream like a little girl.
But I can't do much more on my legendary action. Mark, it's your turn.
Oh God. Her legendary action is, why does he have a blindfold on? Damn it.
You think you're so clever.
Reaching for my blindfold. Guys! Bad touch!
I need only my sword to kill you.
That is probably true, ma'am. Right, I'm still...
You're not beautiful enough to become one of my statues.
That is... Oh, well, now I feel a lot less bad about killing you. Okay. I've got... I still have key. I still have 3. How does dodge work in 5th edition?
You use an action or whatever you can do. I think as a monk, you can use a bonus action to burn it. And then attacks against you have disadvantage as long as you're not restrained or your movement 0, and you have advantage on dexterity saves.
That's for 1 round?
It is for 1 round, yes.
What
until your next round, basically.
Okay, so I'm going to take 2 swings, and then I'm going to dodge her.
Okay.
With my bonus action.
Actually, before you do that, I forgot if it's one important thing, which almost never comes up. You do need to be able to see the attacker.
Oh man, I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have to.
Yeah, the dexterity save thing still does work.
I don't need a dex. I'm pretty sure I need a con save for what she's going to be smacking me with. Okay. Not that I know that, but yeah.
Well, you've actually got built-in dwarviness things that'll help you with this.
I do. It's just, be fun. All right, so whatever. I can't dodge. I'm going to go ahead and burn a key. This a quad hit.
Okay.
Let's see if any of these connect. Still with disadvantage. So that will. So that's 1 success.
Okay.
That's going to be a failure. Yep. 2 successes. Okay. So that's 3 successes, 3 successful hits.
Okay.
3d6 plus 9, please.
They come out with 10 on the dice, so that's 19.
You already did it. Then,
all right, more impacts. Still obviously standing pretty strong.
Oh yeah, I'm
supernaturally tough. Okay, all done.
Hang on, I still have a move.
You do. You know, she is right next to you, so that is going to be attack of op.
She's right.
At advantage.
I could do a 5 step without.
As long as you don't leave their range.
Right.
So you can circle, but not leave.
What I want is to not be in between her and the entryway.
Okay, no problem. You have
that's
enough of spatial awareness to do that.
Yeah, so I just kind of shuffle to the side and get out of the sniper's range, basically.
Yeah.
Assuming it's coming.
Okay, she's going to take a legendary action at the end of your turn. You hear the swish of a sword coming at you.
I see his 15.
I have crit.
Oh, that could kill me right now.
Okay. I mean, the sword's a sword. All right, so that is a total of 8 piercing damage.
Yeah, that's not as bad as stabbed.
I mean, it's still a sword, you know.
Yeah. Okay. I'm alive.
Yeah. I don't get nukes as a legendary action, don't worry.
Oh god, the Gorgon is hitting me with her sword. It hurts so badly, I say out loud.
Yep. Your Topsy and Turvy say, there's so many of them. And then some more grunts and swings. They don't even sound like they're anywhere near you. They're just swinging at something else.
What the hell are they doing? Are they on crack? Guys, did you give crack to them while we were going down here?
They found crack.
God dang it, I knew it. Why would you give them crack?
It was on
so there's some more grunts of pain as it sounds like they're getting hit.
Yeah, I'll tell you they're getting hit. I'm going to get hit as soon as I get over there.
And at the end of their turn, I'm going to take another legendary action to attack you again, Mark.
15 AC.
Not a crit, but I've still hit with a 18 to hit.
Okay.
5 piercing damage.
Okay.
All right.
I'd update my HUD, but obviously,
Yeah. Oh, this is going to be bad. All right, the were-rats are up there. They're looking there apprehensively, and they're like, well, we're just going to follow you, Taston. Oh! Sorry, I'm moving the stuff just so I can keep track of things, and I hit the health bar. It just went flying. Okay. It's the Gorgon's turn.
Ready for the swings. Whirl.
Yeah. You hear hissing sounds, and you just almost just feel the rear back, and like a dozen tiny little things.
I can't be crit.
Oh, that's right. You have that thing.
When crit or reduced to 0, I have resistance to crit. I don't remember what that does.
Half damage.
So I took 4, so I just gained 4 back.
Yep.
And she takes straight, just 5 acid damage straight.
Okay. I have no special resistance to acid, so that happens. You feel that thing happen that had happened before.
Yeah, it's the second time it's gone off.
You hear the sizzling, and you hear stuff sizzling around you as well as it sprays on boxes and dresses.
I hope you guys don't want the loot down here because it's going to pot.
It's okay.
It's on fire and burned by acid.
And you hear say, "Demon filth."
Where? Guys, there might be a demon down here.
Yeah, she's still gonna try and kill you.
I know.
Even more now.
Yeah.
Okay. Try this again. You hear a bunch of hissing as her snake's hair attacks you. It's a 19 to hit.
Gee. I don't have Liam's incredible AC, but that does hit.
Oh. Good news, bad news time.
All right, what's the bad news?
So the bad news is for the snake hair, I rolled a 19, and then for the second short sword, I roll a 17. Okay. But the third short sword missed. All right.
Take 38 damage.
So I will split this up since some of this is poison damage. I know you're resistant to that. So I'll automatically have poison. I did get your note, Guido. We'll stop in just a minute.
Yeah, right after this, she kills me. We'll stop.
Yeah, right after.
Perfect. At the cliffhanger.
Like it's Street Fighter, they get killed. They have that. Ooh.
So, okay. So I will automatically have the poison damage. So 5 piercing and 12 poison damage.
gone for the half. Jeez.
And then the short sword that she did manage to stab you with does an additional 5 piercing damage.
So 16 total? Did I hear that right?
12 plus 5.
Wait,
plus
12 was after it was halved?
Yeah, after it was halved.
Oh, wow. So hang on. So that's 22 then.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm currently alive.
Damn.
That's
I'm at 1 HP.
the best thing for anyone to say. Oh, good. Well, when you go to 0, your thing will trigger.
Yep.
All right. And since Liam, before we cut off for tonight, what is your reaction? You hear an absolutely sickening crunch.
You probably hear me roar out in pain. Ah! Like that hurt, no joke.
More fire.
There's nothing else to put on fire at this point.
There's still people down there.
There's still people. That's right. Just do a fireball centered right in the middle. Whoever's down there, it's going to work out for whoever's there.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fine.
Is there a not evil sign coming?
Hashtag not evil.
I mean, there's only so much I can do. It's...
And it's okay. I kind of made my bed on this, but I am probably about to die. So, see how this goes.
Where did my... Oh, it's a cantrip. No. Oh, that's weird. Okay. So I guess what I would have to do is cast Control Flame and funnel all of the flames from the room through the passage into the bigger Gorgon's lair. But
okay.
I don't think Control Flame is powerful enough to really do much with that.
Well, it works on basically 1 5x5x5 area at once. So you can control it. It's just not the entire room.
Yeah. Because I still don't have any targets. I mean, I am not going down into this room to do combat. I'm a mage.
Why not, man? No, yeah. Correct. The correct call.
So... I don't have...
Giant pet scorpion. Send him in.
I mean, the only other thing I can do is like just cast Scorching Ray into the tunnel and hope I hit something.
And you kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can make some blind shots.
Same team.
I won't say they won't be without like disadvantage and stuff, but you can try.
But I mean, the chance of hitting Topsy and Turvy.
Have I been hearing them down here, by the way? Other than just the obvious scuffles?
Yes.
I guess I'd ask where they are in relation to me, but I can't see the bird.
They're about 15 feet away from you.
Towards the chair and the lady, or like towards the hall where we came from?
I mean, neither. They're almost like a straight shot towards the other side of the room.
Oh, that's horrifying. Okay, excuse me.
Like if the entrance and the throne was east and west, they would be north.
I'll cast Scorching Ray blindly. Sure.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
And so it begins.
You know, I
Go around the corner. Pew pew pew.
It is what it is.
I just think this is funny from Mark's perspective. It sounds like Liam lit this on fire, and then depending how this goes, he might be shooting scorching rays at him.
I knew.
Like, he knows better, but
I
still.
will get my
So it's a ranged attack for each ray, and I get 3. So
Get him, Ray.
that's a 2.
All right.
That's a 4. And that's a 4. I hit nothing.
Yeah, so Mark, there's like streaks of flame, it seems, that just like burst around you and start exploding various crates and dresses around you.
It's a great light show.
Like, I mean, you're blind, but you can see like the flashes through the blind
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What are the chances that it distracts the Gorgon enough that Mark can...
0.
Oh.
I can't even get out at this point. There's fire in my way. That's the best part.
Yeah.
I thought about that earlier. I was like, I have no exit strategy. I'm stuck down here.
All right, are you all done? All done, Liam?
I have nothing else. I mean, I'm just waiting with the mirror.
The last action of the night will be a legendary action then.
Ready?
I am going to yell into Topsy and Turvy, if there's more, bring them this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring them out, you morons.
Yeah.
You're not morons, though.
All right.
Don't take it personally. I don't want to hurt your morale damage.
Short sword stab for 22 to hit.
Well, unfortunately, that will actually hit me. So she takes 5 acid damage.
Taken.
As does everything nearby. And I'll have to figure out how to do death saves.
We'll do it next time. She shouts, "Gonna kill all of you up the stairs next." Why would you use your wizarding powers for evil?
You turn people to stone.
But their possessions are still intact.
What? No. That's not...
Yeah, and we'll come back to that. Let me see, who's actually next? Mark Topsy.
I mean, I think I am next, but, you know, I'm kind of down.
Well, it was Liam next, and it was actually Task next. Okay, so we'll
Oh, okay.
we'll come back to that next time.
To be
Woot woot.
continued.
Technically, Asha would be up, but she's currently not doing a whole lot right now.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. And unless there's an issue with the schedule, we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Yep. Clearly. Nope.